My first comment is to say this: no one wins in a situation like this. My heart goes out to all the families that's involved. On Monday, January the 15th, at approximately 6:30 p.m., a shooting occurred at 14223 Northwest 156th Place in Alachua. Just prior to the shooting, 24-year-old Jasmine Thomas approached the residence in her black Ford Expedition. Also located in the vehicle were Ms. Thomas' 3 young children, a 20-month-old male, a 3-year-old male, a 4-year-old female. Ms. Thomas stopped her vehicle and made contact with 2 other individuals, 18-year-old Clifford Sneed and 19-year-old Ron Fairley. Sneed and Fairley walked up to the passenger side of Ms. Thomas' vehicle. At that time, a black 4-door sedan approached Ms. Thomas' SUV from behind and stopped. 2 male subjects identified as Kinzel Edwards and Mackenzie Edwards Jr. exited the vehicle and began firing multiple rounds into the rear of the SUV. Kinzel and Mackenzie then fled in the black sedan. The driver of the sedan at this time is unknown. As a result of the shooting, Ms. Thomas, her 3-year-old child, and her 4-year-old child was struck and injured by gunfire. Bullets pierced the child's seat where the 20-month-old male was sitting. However, he was not struck and did not sustain any injuries. We, meaning the Alachua Police Department, will not allow innocent children to be injured in this community. Sneed and Fairley were also struck and injured by the gunfire. Fairley remains hospitalized at this time. Warrants were obtained for Mackenzie and Kinzel. It was both for 6 counts of attempted murder. Additionally, Mackenzie is charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. This morning, the Alachua County Sheriff's Office, along with the U.S. Marshal Service Task Force, arrested Kinzel Edwards at a residence located in Gainesville. Also arrested was Waukreja Neal, a known associate of the Edwards. A warrant for Neal's arrest was also issued yesterday in connection with an aggravated assault that occurred on January 30th. Neal's involvement in the January 15th shooting is still unknown. It's still yet to be determined at this time. Mackenzie Edwards, the brother of Kinzel, is currently wanted for 6 counts of attempted homicide. His whereabouts are unknown at this time. Through our continued investigation, we are able to determine that Kinzel Edwards, Mackenzie Edwards, and Waukreja Neal are known associates of a small localized gang. Additionally, it was determined that Kamara Hampton, who was charged in the shooting death of Dana Walker Jr., is a known associate of a rival localized gang. There are other individuals who associate themselves with these so-called gangs. As I said before, this type of activity will not be tolerated here in the Good Life community. The investigation into these local gangs and their criminal involvement will continue until they are dismantled at the core. We as a community must come together and take a stand against